Madison and Brayden can clip up. We're coming back to their desk quickly. Brayden, give this. You are just going to write on your apple and wait for me to tell you to come up. Thank you. I'm looking for the quietest groups for them to go put their selections on the board. If you're in group 1, you can go place your selections. Group 3. And group 4. Alright, so everybody back to their desks, please. Let's see. Class.
Yes.
Let's look up here at our bar graph we have. Looks like we have a lot of people who want cherry, a medium amount who want watermelon, just one who wants green apple, and a few who want pink lemonade. But guess what?
You don't have enough cherry.
We only have 4 cherry suckers. So what's our problem here?
First 40.
I'm looking for someone to raise their hand and tell me what kind of problem do we have? Aaron. A scarcity problem. And so what would be our solution? So knowing that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people who want cherry and only 4 cherry suckers, what's our solution, Brayden?
People need to get a
So they might have to select another flavor, or what's the other option, Maddie?
not get one.
Or not get one at all.
I get chicken or
Do we have people who want to come and change their options to have cherry, Brayden? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still have a problem. Thank you very much. We still have a scarcity problem.
Someone needs to take like 3.
What are we going to do, Maddie?
Well,
save our lives.
Who chose cherry?
One more.
Just do it.
Ashley, Kendall B, Aaron, Azuri, or Max. Are we willing?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Please.
Aaron just
Choose the cherry.
It's just a sucker. What if I told you this? What if I said I found 3 more cherries and we're gonna be okay? Everybody, go back to your seats, please. Go back to your seats, please. Go back to your seats, please. So obviously this happens in real life, right? Sometimes you are gonna face the problem of scarcity, and that might mean you have to forfeit. And thank you for those who moved their sucker color over and who were willing to give up, but there were other people who just weren't. They were ready to either not get one at all or to wait it out until other people moved in. So that happens in real life. Can anyone raise their hand and tell me another situation that they might have had before that they can think of that might be a real life situation of scarcity? Mikey.
In case 20 people at your birthday party were there, and you only had 19 gift bags.
Yeah, if you only had 19 gift bags and 20 people at your birthday party, that's going to be scarcity. And that one person's either going to have to not get one or wait for share with someone or hope someone else gives theirs up. May, do you think of one?
If you don't have enough Valentine's, then somebody might not get a Valentine's.
Yeah, so that's coming up soon. If you don't bring enough Valentines to school, there might be people who don't get one. Yeah. Kendall?
Maybe,
Everyone should be listening to Kendall.
maybe at Christmas, like maybe if your family usually gets you presents, like let's say your family got you, like your friends were 19 people,
Mm-hmm.
but your family, like, or your other friends only gave you like 18, then one of your friends wouldn't get one.
Right. Good example. So what about, let's reflect on what you all talked about yesterday. So what is the big word we learned about yesterday? Mikey. Interdependence, right? And so we sat up here in the circle, and Miss Anderson had you all toss the yarn back and forth between countries that you wanted to trade with. And so what would happen, do you remember if someone pulled on the rope, what would happen?
That probably might mean that you are in the same state and you're close.
Okay, so it might mean that. What would happen when we would pull on the yarn? What would be the effects? London. Aaron, you want to help her out?
Over other countries.
Yes, so it would affect other countries. So I had Japan, and I had electronics. What would happen if there was a scarcity of electronics? What effects would that have, Azuri?
The country that trades electronics might not get electronics.
Yeah, so the countries that you're trading with, they're going to have effects, and then what would they have to do? What would they have to do, May?
They just might not really get that many electronics, and you might have to share with somebody.
Yeah, but okay, so that was the example of electronics, but what if it was something like the food or the gas or something like that? Would that have a bigger effect on people?
Yes.
So is scarcity just the little things like, I don't have enough balloons at my birthday party? No, it can be big things. We can have scarcity and things all over the world, big and small, and it seems to have some pretty serious effects. So you all were so disappointed that you had to make the decision of giving up the sucker flavor you wanted, and that was just scarcity on a small scale. When it's bigger, it can have very, very big effects that really cause people to be in a bind. Mikey, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, for the Japan part,
Mm-hmm.
they could just wait.
Yeah. So they might just have to wait and they'll be without whatever they're wanting.
Maybe for like Japan,
Mm-hmm.
if there's like a scarcity of electronics, your country might not have electronics.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was like a little problem or something with not like many electronics.
That's exactly right, Kendall. So you might have a problem with that. So looking back to the beginning of what we learned about today, what is scarcity? Now that you have learned about it a little bit more, if you saw the word scarcity come back on the board, let's flip all the way back. We can do it. Almost there. All right. If we're looking back at this word, and we're starting all the way over, what would you raise your hand and say scarcity was? Max. Yeah, there are 2 little circles left over. That's okay.
But I think scarcity is when things get rare, kind of.
Okay, when things become
don't
rare.
appear much.
Okay, so they become rare. You might not see them as much. Azuri.
There's not enough to please everyone.
Yes, there's not enough to please everyone. So the things that people want, there's not enough to meet all of those wants. What we're going to do before you get your suckers, I know you guys are dying to have these suckers. I'm going to bring around an exit slip. On the front of the exit slip, there are 5 different questions. And then on the back of the exit slip, I want you to come up with your own scarcity situation. So don't use one that you saw in our PowerPoint or the suckers, but come up with your own idea of scarcity. It could be a big or little, and draw a little picture of it. And after you've done that and put some color into it, you can have your sucker. Okay, any questions before I pass it out? And this is an independent activity, so it should be a level 0. Do you have a question, Martha? Drawing of your scarcity. A scarcity. Mikey just made a good connection. I didn't pass back enough pieces of paper, and he came and said, we have a scarcity. That is scarcity. They have a scarcity. I'm sorry, I miscounted passing back these papers. Good connection.